Oh. Well, good morning and welcome in, National Soccer League fans. An 8 a.m. kickoff here in the Pacific Northwest as the Oregon Orcas. Oh my, Pleasantdale Field. Sorry, clearly I need my morning cup of joe here on this fine Saturday in August in the National Soccer League. We are not in the Pacific Northwest. We are actually right here in St. Petersburg, Florida, the home of the Silverbacks. Pardon me, an early kickoff nonetheless, though. It would be 8 a.m. if we were in the Orcas Stadium, but thankfully that is not the case for these two teams. 11 a.m., much more reasonable kickoff time. All that to say, it's been a long journey across the country, across the continental U.S. for the Orcas, all the way down to Florida. Let's get a look at the starting lineups in this battle of black and white animal teams. First up, with your home side, the Silverbacks, looking to get off the mark here this season. It was a 1-0 defeat last week. A 3-1 defeat last week. I'm out of sorts at the moment to the division rivals, the Olympians, and was not really the debut Sean Colton had hoped for in his new lease on life after leaving the Pink Nightmare. Napier McGlavin ineffective as well, so they'll be hoping for a stronger showing here in their second straight home game. They felt like they need to get some points from these opening two home matches to have any real shot at contending for playoffs this season. As for the Orcas, more of the same for them. It was a rough start in their home crowd as well. A 6-2 defeat, the second straight season in which they've lost the opening day match by conceding 6 or more goals. It was 7-0 last year, 6-2, so I guess you could argue there's some improvement there, but lots more improvement to be done. Luis Silva got off the mark for his new club. That was about all there was that was positive to write. The 6 goals conceded will have to be addressed, and hopefully against a struggling for form Silverbacks team, they might have a better go of it today on the road. So I'd like to say we are ready to kick off with our first of 6 matches here on your Saturday showdown in the National Soccer League Network. The Orcas visiting from Oregon, ready to kick us off here in our first game on this Saturday in match week 2, and we are live. Someone please get me some coffee. I'm barely awake, apparently. Hopefully that is not the case for these players out there. Lots of unmet expectations for a lot of these players, and Murdoch Finnegan, one of those, a new signing. Nice skill there from Finnegan, though. Trying to get him behind. It's Conrad, who did score last week as well, going from range. Conrad, the backward, nearly a dream start, but Koke Ruiz, one of the lone bright spots for this Silverbacks team, taking over the starting goalkeeping role, is not experiencing any early morning shakeups like I am here right off the mark. He is on the money to make a big save there. Could have been 1-0. Yomba, again, still nursing his way back to full fitness from an ACL injury last season. He's looking sharper and sharper and wins a corner for the Orcas here, the visitors. Luis Silva checks short. Going to get it from Conrad. It is Silva. Nice routine this. It's Jordan Bankhead. Jazargo Ramses with his new club. Jazargo deflected off Nikolai Taylor. Another corner. The Orcas applying the pressure early here. Nice block there by Taylor. It's risky. Sticking a boot out there. Trying to hype his defense up. That could go anywhere, but it goes out for a corner. Other side this time. No short option. Conrad just going to lop something in here. Not a whole lot of height to aim at, but now Luis Silva does check short. Trying to catch the Silverbacks out with another short corner routine. Silva. Conrad stayed on side. Driven back in towards Ramesses. Jazargo can have a go. Through the traffic. Great stop from Ruiz. And it's another corner. Oh, wow. The Orcas with a dream start here. Everything but the finishing touch. Look at the earlier save, but that last one from Jazargo was even better. Koke Ruiz. There's no flies on this boy. It's another corner back to the right side, and Silva does show short once again. Conrad has it to him again. Silva on the ball. Clever run so far. It's another corner. Colton back defending. 4 corners in the opening 7 minutes here as the Silverbacks struggle to get out of their own defensive 18-yard box. Guess who's going short again? Luis Silva must be getting tired. Has it again, and here goes Luis Silva. Oh, good skill. Back to Connor, but I think this time he did not get back on side, and promising spell of potential attacking scenarios comes to an end. Oh, it's awfully tight here. I guess that is the right call. Shunk just doing enough to step forward the line. It's deep offside here. But the Silverbacks finally get a chance to have the ball. Here's Kyle Venter. Nikolai Taylor, short pass, it's poor. Here goes Finnegan into Yomba. Is this the opening goal? Yomba! Koke Ruiz has done it again. What a save! Thomas Mills picks it up. Orcas are relentless at the moment. Jazargo in space. Couldn't get around Ian Shunk. Thomas Mills. Napier, nice turn to relieve the pressure. Rather, McGlavin. Now the Silverbacks are getting forward in numbers here. All kind of making the same run that they need to offer some support as there's a driven-in ball. Save! Edmund Ron doing his best to match Coque Ruiz as Sean Colton nearly got off the mark for his new club there. Should have been the opening goal. How much longer we have to wait? Taylor crunches over Jordan Bankhead. Braxton Eldridge scored in debut last week. Has it to Napier, and it's short for Colton. Oh, Taylor! Nearly a calamitous own goal at the back, and Braun has to head it out for a corner. A despicable back pass from Mike Levitas there. That was awful. Well, finally the Silverbacks with the corner of their own. And can they make it pay off here? Taylor, Dalberg in there. Now Dalberg comes short with Napier. Does get it short. Dalberg now lofted in towards Sean Colton. Header is up, and this should be Edmund Cron's ball, and it is. Fast and furious start here. No goals so far, but lots of chances. Mainly this Orcas getting the better of them as Finnegan trying to get him on with pace, but good defending by Marcus Dalberg. Taylor did well to get that pass off. Silverbacks playing out of the pressure here. Colton has a big switch on. Can he find it? It's back to Fabian Guetta instead and gave it away. Jordan Bankhead doing what he does best, breaking up play in the midfield. Finnegan trying to go at pace to the corner again. Not a lot of help on for him. Into Jordan Bankhead. Here's Quinn Roberts. Nice reverse ball. Finnegan's in here. Murdoch Finnegan to Ramesses. Yomba. Lucas maybe just getting a bit too cute on the edge of the area. Need to let fly here. Roberts gave it away. Napier now spins away. Eldridge making the run forward. Space opening up on the right side for the Silverbacks. It's Leonard McGlavin into Sean Colton. This is nice. Colton onto Napier at the back post. Had Dalberg and chose the more difficult pass instead. Dalberg is in again though. Napier. Back to Kyle Venter. Options either side. Here's Colton. Nice ball to Dalberg this time. Trying to sort his speed out and trying to set his sights on goal and just off target from the Swede. Here is another look at the chance from Dalberg. The game has finally settled down. It was a frantic opening 5 to 10 minutes, but no goals to show for it. Orcas with the better of the chances, or at least the more frequent of the chances, and now they are on the ball again here, trying to build up from the back. Yomba into Ramesses, who showed flashes of his potential so far, and Yomba again just not quite the same player after that injury last season. Hoping he can still work his way back to full recovery. Here's Napier. Trying to work on Roberts here. Colton in towards Eldridge, and header's knocked down to Roberts again. Vaughn opens it up, switches the field to Thomas Mills. Got to be careful here. Getting a little bit foolish at the back there. Bankhead did well to win the header. And Jazargo and him able to play out of pressure. Bankhead. It's Bryce Conrad. And not a lot of options in terms of a pass, but Luis Silva's there. Is he onside? Yes, it's Luis Silva dished in, and Taylor is away. Once again, here's Eldridge. To Sean Colton. Opens it up for Shunk. Runners through the middle if he can find him. McGlavin, good turn again. Leonard McGlavin has options. McGlavin, Leonard McGlavin goes on! Ron does just enough to put it behind for a corner. Good skill there. I think the cross is coming and he just rolls it. That's far corner bound, and Braun gets maybe a pinky. Just enough to push it past the post. The corner, Napier and McGlavin goes in long towards Eldridge. Eldridge! Headed off the line by Levitas, I think. Still with the Silverbacks here. McGlavin, home side desperate for the opening goal. Colton, Kyle Venter, Eldridge is just the moment to Dalberg, and Braun off the line quickly. 34 minutes on the clock, still 0-0. It's been a slow start to Week 2 life. Only 2 goals scored across 3 games. A 1-0 win for both teams so far. Not really true. was actually a 2-1 win and a 1-0 win. So I got it all wrong here again. Clearly, hopefully I'll be better in the second half. I'm just fast asleep at the moment. Thankfully, Napier is wide awake and charging forward. It's a 3-on-2 at the moment in the box. Can he pick a cross out here? Leaves it for Venter instead. Napier looking to create. Spins his man and brought down, bundled over by Mike Levitas. Again, it's a free kick for the Silverbacks. Right near the corner flag. Each team is generating a lot of set pieces, but has yet to really do a whole lot with those chances, unfortunately. Napier won it, and he will take it. Short to McGlavin. And swung in for Eldridge, and Colton and Braun did well through the traffic to collect it. Sending long from the resulting punt. Not really going to find a teammate with that one. Fabi has it. Dalbert, quick touch on to Colton. Moved on for Napier, but Roberts held his ground. Braun just about got that clearance off in time. Silverbacks have switched the momentum in their favor after an early start from the Orcas. But still goalless as we approach halftime. Just 4 minutes remaining. Here's Ian Shunk. Lifted up for Colton. Good save from Braun. McGlavin has been the most likely. He's been active in there. Coming in off the right wing. He wins this header. He makes it his. Powerful effort. And just a good reflex stop from Edwin Braun. I think these goalkeepers in fine form today. It's a disastrous outing in week one for the Orcas. 6 goals conceded, but they've held firm in the first half so far. Another corner. This time, Napier to McGlavin again. McGlavin, deeper delivery. Sean Colton punched out by Braun through the traffic. Gleason, good run from Gleason. There's a man in the middle. Gleason sends Pleasantdale Field into limbs. Braxton Eldridge makes it 2-2 for his new club. What a run. And cross from Sean Gleason, though. Look at this touch. Boom, and he's away. Another error from the Orcas at the back, and then it's simple as this for Eldridge. Just get any kind of contact on it, and you've scored. Braun, desperation, just throws himself at it. Nearly gets to it. It's a tidy, tucked-away finish right on the stroke of halftime for the Silverbacks, who lead 1-0 on the cusp of halftime. Braxton Eldridge with his second goal in as many games. Responded, or began the game rather, so strongly with a flurry of chances in the opening 10 minutes, but have wilted badly. We saw a similar scenario play where they just kind of seem they're struggling for match fitness, or maybe it's a mentality thing. I'm not sure. Giving it away quickly here again off the kickoff. Eldridge trying to turn the corner. Has options, and Sean Colton has an ocean of space. Here goes Sean Colton. Dishes for Dalbert. What a save from Braun. The Silverbacks nearly doubling up in swift fashion. This is what we want to see more of from Marcus Dalberg. A disappointing rookie season, but he's trying to put that behind him and nearly puts that one in the back of the net. Corner as the McGlavin to Napier connection, firing again off Bankhead. It's another corner, the 7th of the half for the Silverbacks. And this will likely be the last action of the first half. Silverbacks have control of this game. Can they put an exclamation point on a solid first half performance? It's in towards Dalberg, flicked on, and Levitas off the goal line again. McGlavin back to Napier, good touch, opens it up for Dalberg, lifted in for Eldridge, header into the arms of Edmund Braun, who still awaits his first career clean sheet with the Orcas. It's 1-0 to the home side. The Silverbacks are goal to the good at the break. We'll be right back to bring you the second 45 in this matchup in our first game of their Saturday showdown on the National Soccer League Network. Welcome back, National Soccer League fans. It is a 1-0 lead to the home side here. After 45 minutes, we've got the second half as noon has crept in. on the Eastern Seaboard here. We've got 5 more matches ahead for you tonight, of course. Let's run through those real quick. The Minutemen and the Boomers up next, followed by the Manticores and Mayflowers in a showdown in the ASC East there. Banshees and Stealth following that. And then your match of the day, the Scouts and the Thunderbirds, kicks off at 7 p.m. And then our final game of the night will be the Condors and the Green Galaxy out in the Mountain West. So that is our slate for this Saturday. As we continue our coverage of Week 2, it's the Silverbacks in the lead and on the ball again here in front of their home crowd, trying to make it the first win of the season. McGlavin has showed some good skill so far in this one. It's Fabian Guerra. Marcus Delbert! Marcus Delbert! Off the mark for the Silverbacks in the second game of the season. He came close in the first half. But in his sophomore year, the number 4 overall pick from last year's draft is finally starting to deliver some end product. Good play from Guerra. Quick, decisive passing, and then Dalberg turns. All he needs is a good touch, really. He gets it. And then as soon as he finds the space, there's only one thing on his mind. And he makes it happen with a sweeping strike with the left foot. The Silverbacks in firm control now. And the Orcas are in another multi-concessional game here. They've got to try and batten down the hatches defensively. They are in for a long season if they can't figure this out. Zargo Ramazes. A lot of new faces in this game. Actually, 5 new starters. We've got Nikolai Taylor and Kyle Venter. Oh, here come Jazargo, one of the new starters. Great stop from Koke Ruiz, who's been a revelation. Another one of the 5 new boys for the Silverbacks. Eldridge, Napier, and McGlavin as well. It's actually 6 total for the Silverbacks as far as new players. And the Orcas are no stranger to new faces themselves. They've got in a couple new players. Murdoch Finnegan. As Bankhead is withdrawn again early. This is where things really went south last week. They take off their captain, their holding midfielder, and the wheels just completely fell off. Have to see if that is the same here again. Conrad goes to Silva. Good little cutback. Man on the edge of the area if he wants it, but he seems to be stuck in a straight line dribble. Here's Carl. Kostopoulos off the bench. Finnegan with a laser beam, but straight at Koke Ruiz, who did well to hold it. Silverbacks looking to keep a first clean sheet in some time. Here's Dalberg with the reverse ball. Sean Colton. It's opening up for Colton with his new club. Colton. What a save by Braun. And you're seeing a striker who is just lacking a bit of confidence. But McGlavin not lacking any confidence, but unfortunately lacking the technique. As Braun's frustrations continue to grow. What a stop to deny Colton his first goal in his new colors. It should have been 3. As the striker struggles for form again, continue. Approaching the hour mark here, might have a substitution cooked up now. We do. It's Alves Oliveira, and that will be Colton's last involvement of the day. Disappointing way to end his second straight home game. He's drawn a blank in his first 2 starts for his new suitors. But his side are up 2-0. So, positives nonetheless, and he's had some chances, just needs to keep plugging away, and he will find the back of the net sooner or later, a player of his quality. Orcas have got to get going here as we approach the hour mark. Ramesses has looked the most likely to make something happen. And Venter in the way there has to hook it clear. Silva wins a free kick on the hand of Ian Schuck. Another change coming up here now. It's going to be for the home side. Jean-Paul Napier's day is done. And Tor Durfee comes on. Jordan Wilson takes off Mike Levitas for the visitors. And another rough showing for the Orcas at the back for Levitas and co. They have anything left in the tank here, the Orcas, to try and get back in this game. Zargo off the mark again there. Here's the substitute. Fresh legs combining Alves Oliveira and Tor Durfee. And now here goes Oliveira with space and pace to burn. Quinn Roberts is struggling to keep up. 4 in the middle of the aim out for Oliveira. Cuts back for Durfee, and Wilson off the bench and away. Dalberg did well to position himself for it, though. His influence growing on the game. Dalberg into the area. Good touch away. Clips up for Oliveira. Roberts in there and bumped away by Thomas Mills. Zargo did well that time. Yomba Been a tough debut for him here this season as Oliveira pushed behind by Braun. That's going to trickle out for a corner. No, kept in by Carl. 10th shot on target of the match, as you can see there. The Silverbacks have turned this game on its head, and they're dominating at home here. Yomba. Finnegan trying to get the visitors something back as Conrad. Yomba was offside. Jazargo, though, turns a corner. Kostopoulos off the bench. Frank Kostopoulos, great save. Koke Ruiz has done his part, keeping the sheet clean so far. That's why they bring Kostopoulos on. He offers a more direct attacking threat. And nearly pays dividends there to get the visitors back in the match. Still searching for their first goal, and they've got a substitution now to try and make it happen. It's Chandler Lawrence on for Luis Silva. Last change of the day for either side. Conrad to take. No short option this time with Silva off the pitch. Swung in, and Alves Oliveira pumps it high and wide. Lawrence did well to keep it. Carl has it. Conrad. Chandler Lawrence to Yomba. Off target again, just struggling to find his footing. Here's Ian Shunk. Nice return ball to McGlavin, who's had a lively showing here, and that plays in Eldridge, who's free on the far side. There's a couple in the middle to aim at Eldridge. Dribble in for Derpy and just overhit it. It's just overcooked. Would have been a lovely attacking move there to finish it off for the Silverbacks. They still lead 2-0. Orcas are running out of time. Wilson playing with fire there, but got away with it. Roberts. That is a strange choice there from him. Given away easily. Dalbert, good little drop of the shoulder. Oliveira has a run of McGlavin on the far side. McGlavin bundled over. Was it inside the area? That's a penalty! Well, McGlavin's so clever. The challenge does come in outside the box from Tommy Mills, who gets a yellow card for his troubles. It's not a dream transfer he was hoping for, but McGlavin sees the legs flying in. He waits till he gets into the box, and then he lets the contact happen. And now Marcus Dalberg with a chance to double up from the spot. Battle of the sophomores from 12 yards here. Sweden versus Estonia. Dalberg to take. Coolly slotted home. Marcus Dalberg got the double. The Silverbacks 3-0 in front, and they're going to claim all 3 points in front of the home crowd here. Just the response they needed after last week's defeat. Dalberg has had a great game, especially in the second half, and he stamps it with a brace here. Not the best of penalties in truth, but he stares the goalkeeper down and waits for the movement, and then just passes it in. And he has finally started to showcase some of that special talent that had him drafted number 4 overall last year. And Dalberg leaves no doubt as the Silverbacks claim a win at home here. The Orcas dropped to 0-2. The first team to do so. More defensive struggles, the story of the day, but now more concerningly, they have failed to score in a game as well. They were at least able to grab a couple goals in their opening defeat. Today, not the same. And here goes Finnegan trying to claw something back for the visiting side. Finnegan dished in for Yomba, not going to connect with Taylor in the way. Here is Yomba. Jazargo Ramses dwelt on it too long. Oh, McGlavin with a strange one, and Koke Ruiz is just playing absolutely heroic in the goal. Oh, here comes Lawrence. What a save! Koke Ruiz, man of the match performance so far. Desperate to keep that clean sheet. 10 minutes to hang on. Can he do it? Would be his first career clean sheet with his new club. Yomba. Ruiz just cannot be beaten today. Well, the first 10 minutes of the match, and now seemingly the final 10 minutes, the Orcas have come alive. Ruiz, I think that might have been off target anyway, but leaving no doubt. What a stop from the Spaniard. Conrad to take the corner. It's in towards Finnegan. It's a nice ball, and Taylor did well to head it away. Just what he's in the team to do. Oh my goodness! Thumped it with all he had, and Koke Ruiz couldn't even move. just wide of a spectacular finish. It's been the story of the afternoon. It's been the story of Gisargo Rames's career the last 2 seasons, really just frustration and knowing it could be better. Eldridge flicks on. Mills in a spot of bother here, but just able to play out of it. Here is Gisargo trying to make something happen here. Good skill. Left the defenders in the dust. Surely a goal. No, Coque Ruiz is not going to lie down. Yamba should have scored. And again, we saw with Colton at the other end, a striker just lacking confidence. This is a simple enough save. It should be a standard, straightforward finish, but he makes it easy for Ruiz. Hits it at a perfect height. He's just trying to get it on target. You can tell he's not feeling confident or comfortable at all. And Ruiz, here again, Johnny on the spot. What a difference he has been. Romare was a solid keeper last season. But Silverbacks decided to try and upgrade, and so far it seems like it's paid off, and some. He's just got 3 minutes to go here to try and keep that first clean sheet. Finnegan bundles it over into Ramesses. And Taylor blocked the acrobatic effort, takes the sting out of the shot, makes it easy for Ruiz. Final minute of the 90 here. 3-0 lead for the Silverbacks. A commanding victory over the Orcas here. And they might make it more because here goes Eldridge. It's a 3-on-2. Here comes Braxton Eldridge. Dahlberg is in for the hat-trick. Can he pick him out? Dicks it up. Oh, and Wilson back. That's a penalty. Oh, dear. Well, it looked like he tried to play a Lewis Dunk chest pass here. Oh, yeah, it does bounce off the arm right before Juan collects, and Dahlberg is going to get a chance at the hat-trick here. He's already scored once from the spot. Can he stump Edmund Rond again and make it 4-0? Dahlberg from 12 yards. Chips down the middle. Marcus Dahlberg, the Swedish sensation, with a hat-trick as the Silverbacks rout the Orcas 4-0. 2 for the penalty spot, 4 for the Silverbacks on the day. It's a demolition derby here. And how about the goal from Dahlberg? Cheeky little Panenka down the middle sends Ron diving into no man's land. Oh, it's absolutely composure through the roof. Coolness personified in Dahlberg. Is showcasing his arrival to the National Soccer League with a hat-trick. 4-0. Dahlberg has got 3. And they just need to put the Orcas out of their misery here. It's another thumping defeat, the second straight game in this season where they lose by a margin of 4 goals. That'll be a late yellow card for McGlavin here. It's the right call at the end of the day. The ref, it's a rash tackle. Really anywhere near the ball. What a result from the Silverbacks. A response they needed after a disappointing home opener in front of the crowd against their division rivals, the Olympians, last week. This is just what the doctor ordered. Marcus Dahlberg, man of the match today, but Coque Ruiz has to get his plaudits as well. Oh, they might spoil the clean sheet here, though. Oh, not off the arm of Taylor. Somehow not given a penalty. The Orcas fans trying to just curl up into the shadows and forget about this one. So far, so good. Coque Ruiz has been excellent with upwards of 10 saves in this one. Can he keep the clean sheet with the final minute? The Orcas have a corner. Game is surely in hand at this point, obviously, but can they get a consolation goal back? Good ball from Conrad. Back post. Wilson's header is wildly off target, and that should just about be that. It looks like the Silverbacks are going to get a clean sheet from their new goalkeeper, Coque Ruiz, and a hat-trick from their second-year pro, Marcus Dahlberg. A lot of signs of encouragement after a disappointing opener. Orcas are back to the drawing board again. I wonder if we'll see a chance, maybe a shout of Rui Pedro Martins, the number 2 overall pick in this draft, has yet to be even on the bench. We might see desperation times call for his creative inspiration. As the referee's final whistle blows, the Silverbacks demolish the Orcas here in front of the home crowd. 4-0 victory, and Marcus Dahlberg collects the match ball. 3 goals on the day in a wild game here in our opening kickoff of this Saturday showdown. We'll leave you here with the full match highlights, but don't go anywhere. We've got 5 more matches to bring you today through the rest of the afternoon and evening on this coverage of the National Soccer League Network. That's all for us. We'll leave you with the highlights, and goodbye until next time.